What's up, everyone? Brian Herman here. Today we're here at Universal Studios Hollywood with some update. So let's roll in. Back in Universal Studios Hollywood, morning day. Good morning. A lot of people are getting in so early for that one. And then what we have here, they have an access data with Mario King. I remember that. We went to the farmer's market, get the growth. Since when I was in high school or middle school or whatever. Hopefully they started live over there pretty soon over there. So let's get inside. There's a helicopter over there. Sort of recording the news. Okay, now we're inside of the park. As you see, what's up? New one. We have new Back to the Future merchandise. Right here, time machine. How much is this for? This is $45. That time machine. So, Back to the Future Part 3. They have coffee mugs over there. Somebody has booked this one. Should pay much, $17. Oh, they have a new socks over there. Backpacks, right? New shirt right there. It's right there. E.T. Extraterrestrial. Snow globe. It's still the 40th anniversary. It's already over. Or the with 40th anniversary. And still like Jaws merch, socks, and merch and everything. That's right there. And they have a new cab on Universal Studios. It's Hollywood. It's kind of a 2000 version of all that. Look at stylish. How much is cap? $22.99. Okay, new one. And they have a new, here the cashier over there. There's a new one that add more. They gotta open it soon. So to make lines to buy one to pay it. This one. They need to add more. That's good. You can get a line that over there really fast that way. And the lines won't take long for that. And we have the Fast and Furious, this roller coaster construction set. Add more of this one. It's almost coming. This one is here now. Wizarding World Harry Potter in our locker room. Steel construction now. Almost done for this one. And this one, it's a show whatever this is. The walls is down. We're just starting a new performance or whatever this is. We could perform soon. So, I heard that there's a Glamour tram for the 60th anniversary of Studio Tour, Universal Studios Hollywood. Or maybe both of this one. They have a retro version of the 60s right here. Let's go check it out and see. It's a new Glamour. Okay, now we're going to the studio tour and see the Glamour tram for the 60th anniversary. mushroom update over there. You see, you got some more over there. Mushrooms close. Close for the update. This one.
So, welcome aboard for an awesome experience that's also awesome.
Just take a deep breath and chill. We'll see what happens.
Oh my God,
okay,
there
so
he
what we're
is!
gonna do now
Right
is take a look to
there.
the left and wave goodbye to the theme park. Goodbye. Au revoir to the Not Felicia. We're leaving. We're going into the world's biggest monkey movie and television studio. We're going to cover right around 400 acres today. We have a friend of mine. He is the co-host of the studio tour. No, you don't have Gus as the host of this night show, and that's my jam. He's the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide
Tiffany.
and the greatest driver.
Lou.
You're the best. I love that. Even though
Definitely
it
Lou.
owes me $5.
I'm sorry, Lou.
I know you guys are excited to get on the tour.
It ain't me.
A few safety.
Okay, guys, let's get these boring safety rules out of the way first, shall we? First things first, if you're experiencing a medical emergency, if you drop something of value off the side of the tram, or maybe at some point your car experiences audio or visual issues, don't worry. What you're going to do is reach up and grab down the red cord that parks directly above you in the center of the tram ceiling. I'll then come back there to assist you, so it's safe to do so. Otherwise, just remain seated. Car one, you guys are right here. You're right in front of me, so if there's a problem, just, let me know, okay? Thank you. It's working miracles today, by the way. Okay. Also, guys, I shouldn't have to say this next part, but due to recent events, I have to, so I'm going to actually keep the music paused for this one because it's pretty serious. Okay. Do not ever, never ever, don't even think about jumping off of this tram. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so serious. Thank you so much. I don't care who we see, y'all. I don't care if we drive right past Dwayne The Rock Johnson. If I have to stay in this chair as we drive past the love of my life, then everybody does. You know what I mean? I don't really know how else I can emphasize how serious it is to stay in your chairs, but that's as serious as it gets for me. Keep in mind that there's no smoking today on the studio tour. There's no vaping. There's no use of selfie sticks. What you can do is eat, drink, and be merry. Any snacks or beverages, by all means, enjoy them. We'll be together for about a good 45 minutes to an hour today. So, as we're heading our way down this hill, I want to point out something happening to your left-hand side because there's been a lot of rumors regarding this construction, okay? Especially our annual pass holders have been like, what's happening? What's going on? This is new, right? So, has anybody heard the rumors about this to your left-hand side? Okay, so let me go ahead and just say exactly what this is going to be. This is going to be a roller coaster, our first major roller coaster here at Universal Studios Hollywood, and it will be themed around the Fast and Furious franchise. So if you're a Fast fan, check. If you're a roller coaster fan, check. It's going to be epic. As you can see, it's very early days, so we do not have an opening date set for this just yet. Stay up to date with the progress through our website as well as through our social media accounts. It's going to be epic. Now, who's taken the tour before? Okay, who's an annual pass holder? Okay. Doesn't this tram look a little different?
Yeah.
It's got a whole new design to it. It's red and white. So, I have an official thing that I need to say verbatim about the decoration of this tram. So, I'm going to do that now. Today, you are on board one of our 60th anniversary Glamour trams. It's one of our super trams dressed up in the throwback style. Why? Because Universal Studios Hollywood is looking forward to celebrating the 60th anniversary of the studio tour this spring and summer. And the Glamour trams, among other themed elements, will be an exciting part of the tour. So more details will be shared soon, and we hope that you will be able to join us for this. So if you didn't know, the studio tour launched in 1964, and the way that this tram is decorated today is exactly the way that the trams looked when we first started. In fact, it actually was just one tram. There's just one little unit, and then we eventually brought on cars 2, 3, and 4. And that was back in the era where the tours were 2 hours long. There was an intermission. You can even get off the tram, take a little restroom break, grab some snacks, and then we would continue on our journey. So we're channeling the very beginnings of what the tour looked like for our 60th anniversary. And that's all I can really say about that. So with that said, we're getting close to production. We've got quite a few things filming today on the lot. We've got Bel-Air in production. We've got Lopez versus Lopez, and we also have a commercial filming on the lot. They haven't given us any information about the commercial yet, guys, because that's usually the way it goes. If it's a product, we keep it under wraps. Just in case we market it incorrectly, that's the last thing we want to do. So as we continue through, especially here during the first portion of the tour, which is the front lot, the journey through the sound stages and all the office spaces. Hey, so to your left-hand side, we're seeing sound stages 11 through 7. That's the order that we're driving past them. And essentially sound stages are just warehouses that are right around 95 to 98% soundproof. I'm looking out for little red lights above the door. If they're flashing red, that's my cue for production to zip it. So if I stop talking out of nowhere, guys, it's because I saw something trying to tell me to zip it. Okay, well, so far so good. Now, we're getting a sneak peek into soundstage number 8 here on your left-hand side. I believe 8 right now is in the process of getting things swapped, so we're getting a set that's being taken out, and then we're going to put in new pieces here. Soundstage number 7 here to your left-hand side also has the door open. So, I think when we think of sound stages and the sets that are being built within them, sometimes I think people think that it's from wall to wall, but really it's just right in the middle of the stage. So the camera can go around it, potentially film above it, and to be able to look through whatever they're filming as well. Now as we go to the corner here on the left-hand side, these trailers here, this is all the costume department for a show called Bel-Air. Now again, Bel-Air is in production today. We're seeing some of the costume racks. Ooh, we've got the changing rooms. Oh my gosh, we've got someone in a wedding dress over here. A tuxedo. Hey, we're on camera. Wave. Hello. Hey. So yes, so Bel-Air is a part of the fabric of the tour, especially since we see them so soon with it. Now to your left-hand side, the trailers for the costume department, trailers for the hair and makeup department, the actors involved. We also have these specialty equipment vehicles here, full of more set pieces, prop pieces, more costume pieces. We also have camera equipment, lighting here. Soundstage 14 is also where we filmed Bel-Air. And you know what? That's usually where we go or film the mansion scenes out of that stage, so it's pretty cool. We may run into Bel-Air a little bit later. Seasons 1 and 2 of that show filmed here a lot as well. They're both available to stream via Peacock, which is our streaming service. Now, coming up on the right-hand side, these are sound stages number 16, 17, 18, and 19. For many years, these stages were all home to a show called Never Have I Ever, which is a Universal Television produced show, streams on Netflix still, and it was created by Mindy Kaling. So, if you ever saw Davy, which is the main character of the show, walking around the classrooms, the hallways, having lunch in the cafeteria with her friends, those were the sets built within the walls of these stages here on the right-hand side. So, Never Have I Ever at its core is a comedy, especially with Mindy Kaling being the creator of the show, which gave it a lot of leeway to tackle some potentially uncomfortable subjects while still remaining kind of lighthearted, family-friendly, which is tough to do with comedy. There's always a slippery slope when it comes to comedy. At any point, it could not be family-friendly. But speaking of family-friendly, let's cue the Ted statue here on your left-hand side. Who knows Ted? Okay. Is Ted family-friendly, yes or no? Someone said yes up here, and someone said a very firm no. So there's split views up here on Ted. But you know what? Someone on my tour the other day said, and that depends on the family. And I think that if you asked Seth MacFarlane that, he would probably say the same thing. He knows his audience very well. He knows his sense of humor very well. He was here filming with us last year, Ted TV, which is a prequel TV show that you can stream on Peacock. It's a prequel TV show to the Ted franchise that we know and love. So I'm going to play you guys a little snippet about the show. Take a look.
Hi everyone, Seth MacFarlane here, and I'm excited to share with you a behind-the-scenes look at my Peacock original event series, TED. It's a prequel series set in 1993. That means our skilled craftspeople had to build a high school, a house, and even recreate our town of Boston as it looked back in the day, using exterior sets and facades that you're about to see on the tour. But I should warn you, TED is intended for mature audiences only. So grown-ups, tell the kids to go in the other room before you watch. Come on!
Sorry, kids. Now, a show that you can watch as a family is Lopez versus Lopez. To your left, we're seeing the poster for it there. That is along the wall of Soundstage 25 because that's where they filmed. Lopez versus Lopez stars George Lopez, his daughter, Maya Lopez, and Gabriel Iglesias is now a part of the cast as well. He's otherwise known as Fluffy, a very stand-up comedian, who's actually very famous stand-up comedian that sometimes we see walking around right about now this time of day, so keep your cameras out. You never know who or what you're going to see. Now, guys, as I say, we have 400 acres to cover. The first acre is officially here. As we cross the street, we're making our way into the metropolitan section. The first 4 acres of our lot. Now, to your left-hand side, this is called New York Street. New York Street has been seen in Captain America: The First Avenger, The Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Changeling, The Blues Brothers, every Fast and Furious film. This has also been seen in shows like SWAT, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Good Girls, 911, Heated, Hunters, Will and Grace, How I Met Your Mother, Quantum Leap, 10 TV, the list is endless. Now these trailers here to the left-hand side, this is all for Bel Air, because Bel Air has been filming in both of our sound stages as well as some portions of our background, mostly filming out of New York Street, as well as London Square, which is where we're going to spend most of our time today because of Bel Air prepping New York Street for production. So we're going to go on the other side of this steel infrastructure wall to check out London Square, and London Square is based around the Regency era of London. If you need a reference point for the Regency era, think Bridgerton. Bridgerton is based in the Regency era, not to be confused with Queen Charlotte, that is based in the Georgian era. Bridgerton filmed on location in the UK though. This is just our take. This is our version of that era. So we're going to round the corner here, and essentially what we're driving through, left to right, is the Regency era of London. Again, we refer to it as London Square. Also, as we make this right-hand turn, we're going to start to see this cute little courtyard. It's coming up on the right-hand side. So very soon you're going to see this kind of small brick wall, these columns here on the right-hand side. You're going to see this little, all these trees here. Again, that's a courtyard that's been utilized for Bel Air. Over the last couple of days, they've been taking over this little section as well as different portions of New York Street. I want to play this clip really quickly. Take a look.
Close the door!
So once we pass this courtyard, I'm going to pause it here, because once we pass the courtyard, take a look down the street to your right-hand side. Because all the way down to the right-hand side is the same street that you're seeing on your screens from Bruce Almighty. That's also been seen in Home Alone, Alone in New York. It's also been seen in the Mindy Project with Mindy Kaling. But that part of a lot is known as Brownstone Street.
Oh, you're done now. Great. B-E-A uniform.
So we have a lot of competition reality shows that film here on the lot. Password, American Ninja Warrior, The Voice, America's Got Talent. So The Voice and America's Got Talent are very similar to each other. The way that they set up the auditions for these shows, pretty much the same. Before the contestants ever step foot on stage, that early footage will be filmed here on the lot. And sometimes, even though we have these beautiful sets that we have to offer production, sometimes production will bring in a little green screen or blue screen, especially here at the end of New York Street. This crosswalk is usually just covered with a large freestanding blue screen or green screen wall, just in case the camera happens to catch a glimpse of the blue screen. At least it's a blue screen and not the trams in the background going like this in the middle of their scene, you know what I mean? So we're in a very digital era now when it comes to making movies and shows, and we have two digital aspects on the tour. The first one's coming up. It's King Kong 360 3D. So do me a favor, turn the flash off the cameras and cell phones. That's pretty important. So make sure we have the flash off the cameras and cell phones. It's a dark building. Let's be mindful of those that we're sharing this experience with. We don't want the flash in everybody's eyes. So also, if you have anything on the floor, pick it up now, put it on your lap or a blue seat next to you, as we will be experiencing sudden tram movements. And if you still have your boyfriends on the ends, you have 30 seconds to figure that one out. So do that now.
It's the original King Kong that made legend for it. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old. I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up in feature. Kong literally does this. I mean, you're on board a ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters, creatures from prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skyline. It's great to have you along for the ride. Now we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skyline. The Universal tram is winding its way through a very rough, narrow trail in Skull Island, allowing the visitors a little sneak peek at some of the wildlife of Skull Island. download the surfing information, that number of pixels, and presented them to the audience as a cover.
Okay guys, keep those 3D glasses somewhere safe. You will need them again later for Fast and Furious Supercharged. That is the grand finale of the studio tour, so we have some time before we need to worry about putting them on again for that. In the meantime, don't lose the ones you have, and keep them on standby. I'll let you know when. Also, you might as well just keep your cameras out because we're heading to our picture car department. So if cars are your thing, then today is definitely your day. We're gonna have all these vehicles. They're gonna be on our left-hand side when we get there. Now the thing about the picture car department is that we usually don't add any new ones to this collection. Once they're here on display, they're here on display. Very rarely will they be pulled for production after the fact. Sometimes we will see that if they're part of the Fast family, we know that they're probably going to be eventually pulled for production. If they're part of the Jurassic family, we also expect that as well. But once they're here generally on display, they're not going to go anywhere. But today, I think we still have one of the Flintstone vehicles pulled for production. No official wording as to why, but it's fun to speculate. We are in the era of reboots. We got this beautiful bright yellow 1932 Ford Coupe from American Graffiti. That's one of our newer ones that we added in last year. We also added a few others last year. One of them is the Ford from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the Fry's Electronics van from Nope, and the Crawdaddy boat from Us. So those, oh yeah. That's what I was saying. There's no official wording as to why that is, but we are in the era of reboots, so you never know. You never know. Now, the gyrosphere from Jurassic World is the circular vehicle that we have on display today. It's missing the glass casing that it had in the film because it was actually never there in the first place. The glass was added in digitally. If you film through glass, there's a good chance you're going to see the camera crew's reflection, and we can't have that. Towards the end, this army tank from Transformers, it looks good, this M2 Bradley, but it's literally made out of plywood. We leave it outside on purpose, let it be exposed to the weather. The weather over time will age the wood, so by the time we actually need to use it for production, c'est voila, it's good to go. Easy, affordable, movie magic. What's never easy or affordable to make, no matter what we try to do, is anything that has the word Jurassic in it. Now, this is from the Lost World Jurassic Park. This film stars Jeff Goldblum, Julianne Moore, and Vince Vaughn. I'm going to pause it here because on your screens, this vehicle is called the Mobile Lab. So this vehicle is also made out of plywood. Now the thing about it is there's no actual interior to this car at all. The screens, on your screens, this vehicle, the windows are not windows, they're actually LED screens simulating a little bit of movement. So when we cut to the interior of the car and we see Julianne Moore fall from this side all the way down to this side, that is a set safely built within the walls of a soundstage. It does actually not exist within that car at all. So that same vehicle is here to your left-hand side. Again, it's called the Mobile Lab. The only actual windows on the car are the front three, driver, passenger, and the windshield. The rest of them on the length of the vehicle facing the tram, those are all LED screens. Now, sometimes for the evening tour, we will use those LED screens, like when it's dark enough, to simulate some dinosaur attacks. Usually Velociraptor running around there causing chaos. If it's not Velociraptor, sometimes it's Dilophosaurus. They're the ones that have the little crest. Are you guys? Because for your sake, I hope it is. I don't know. Are you guys okay? I have no clue, guys. I have a window, so I'm safe from here. From all those pesky water effects we're going to put you guys through today. And there's a lot of water effects on the studio tour. If you're on the left-hand side, you'll be getting the next water effect. It's specifically for the left-hand side of the tram. So if that's you, and you're like, water? No, thank you. Find a way to scoot it. Maybe ask your friend next to you if you can swap seats with that. Will it work? Probably not, especially if you're in cars 2 and 3, especially 2. I'm so sorry. Because if everybody's making up okay on car 2 and 3, we will see on a few moments. But we're heading over to Old Mexico right now. And Old Mexico has been seen in 3 Amigos starring Timmy Chase, Martin Short, and Steve Martin. Big Fat Liars starring Frankie Muniz, Amanda Bynes, and Paul Giamatti. Is anybody here a fan of Lady Gaga? Have you seen her music video for her song Judas? If we were here right now, let's say we were production, just getting here at 1:36 in the middle of the day. We're going to start to set up these sprinkler systems. We're going to do a quick camera test, check the lighting. This rain may not be enough that we're seeing in front of us. we might have to add about 10 to 20 extra sprinkler systems. The more water on screen, the easier it is to see, essentially. If we were filming in the evening, it would take 30 extra sprinkler systems, and we would also add some powdered milk into the water. I know it's weird, but it works. It gives it a little bit of a tint. It's the only thing that's really foolproof. What's not milk, though, is that flash flood. Let's go rapid cars 3 and 4. Does anybody have a poncho back there? Maybe we're going to try to scoot in? You guys at least scoot. Okay. Listen, I don't know how bad it's going to be if your cars 1 and 2, but maybe just take that. Oh no, you guys, okay? It's just a little water. On the left-hand side, barely hyped that one up. I'm so sorry. You thought it was gonna be more, huh? You're good, right? You guys didn't feel to check it out. Now, while Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio were filming Once Upon a Time in Hollywood in 6 Points, which is a massive movie, big production, there was a show that was filming at the same time over here in Little Europe. Now, this show starred Ted Danson, was with these yogurt signs. If you know, you know. Now, we preserved it as best as we possibly could. If you have not heard about The Good Place, there's a few different options and ways that you can stream it. I'm going to play you guys a little snippet. Take a look.
You, Eleanor Shellstrom, are dead.
Cool. This location, the afterlife, come on. I have never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all.
Whatever you learn here, they were always saying, the shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
We just waited around. We just waited and waited and waited.
The shark in the wild area. So I really own the shark a lot.
The reason why the shark brought in Steven Spielberg is because of the salt water. The salt water rusted away the shark within 3 weeks of production, and one day the shark stopped working completely. Which is why a lot of the times if you've seen Jaws, you see the person in the water, right? We know that they're going to be the ones attacked by the shark, but you don't really see the shark actually make its move. You see the camera get closer and closer, and right when you should see the shark strike, essentially, you don't. Steven Spielberg cuts to the surface, and he lets us fill in the pieces on our own. So, yeah. Well, with that said, I gotta go because we are getting close to production. I'll jump back on camera to point out where everything's happening, guys, but it's gonna be about another 3 to 4 minutes in silence. I'll be back in a little bit. Keep your cameras out. You never know who or what you're going to see with this commercial. congratulations for your cooperation with that. We always have to prioritize production as best as we possibly can. Right now, at this point, we have one more set to drive through, then we're going to make our way over to Fast and Furious Supercharged. But before we do that, we're going to see, to your left-hand side, this plane crash. It's a little tough to see today, but we are rebuilding some facades. And we have this real 747 to your left-hand side that has been ripped apart into several different pieces, again, to your left-hand side. That is the crash site from Steven Spielberg's movie called War of the Worlds. Now, War of the Worlds stars Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning. And again, that is a real 747. So at any given point, if the tour stops for any reason and we need to figure out something to talk about up here, all of our go-to is Steven Spielberg, because we worked with him for so long. He used to take the tour when he was like 15 or 16 years old, and he used to sneak off the tram. Don't do it today. But he would sneak off the tram with his camera, walking around, becoming inspired. So when you look at his filmography, about 95% of it is with us here at Universal. So it's a full circle moment with him and us working together for as long as we've worked together. We work with him so often, and we rely on his opinion for things, that he's essentially the lead consultant for all things Universal. When we make a change to our theme park, our backlots, our international hotels and resorts, if we want to add a whole other theme park, which we're doing in Orlando, guess who's the lead consultant of that? Steven Spielberg. We want his opinion on everything. We got to make sure that it is up to Steven Spielberg level standards, because if there's anybody in the world that knows our lot and the way that Universal works better than literally anybody, it's him. So he's given us the opportunity to work with so many different directors over the years. It's opened the door for us to create opportunities to feature directors in big ways here on the tour. We featured, of course, Peter Jackson with King Kong 360 3D. We talked a little bit about Quentin Tarantino with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And now we're going to talk about Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele, he has really a very specific sense of style. He gives us cool, interesting, down-to-earth characters, and then he puts them through out-of-this-world situations. What we're about to see is all the original pieces brought in from the last day of production for a movie that stars Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, Brandon Perea, and Stephen Yeun. Welcome to Jupiter's Claim from Oscar winner Jordan Peele's Nope.
It only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky G. Park. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie kid show. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? What? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience, built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of a gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. Welcome to the world of no.
Jordan Peele. He has a very subtle way of giving us a lot of hints. Like the title Nope, it's the biggest hint he gave us. Do you guys know what Nope stands for? Not of planet Earth. So leave it to Jordan Peele to give us the entire meaning of the script, well, the entire meaning of the film. So you're going to get it in the title. Now, when I think of the word subtle, I don't think of the Fast and Furious franchise, but that's why we love them, and it's why we decided to make it the grand finale of the studio tour, and this is it. Fast and Furious Supercharged. Now, you're not going to need those 3D glasses right away. Keep them on standby, I'll let you know when. In the meantime, of course, keep the flash off the cameras and cell phones. Hold on to your belongings, remain seated. We do have a little bit until that we're supposed to watch, but I'm not really
more serious than I thought.
What?
What's just happened? This is a
Stop.
secure
Is this a
line.
joke?